Hey everybody, it's your boy Lucha, and welcome back to another video where I go over WWE Smackdown in the Thunderdome, no less. They debuted the Thunderdome, and so I'm going to go over that. Before I do that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff in the book. Um, we're just going to get into it. I'm going to do my little overview of Smackdown. Uh, I thought it was pretty solid show. We got to see Vince McMahon. He came out first. He went to talk about the Thunderdome and how proud he was of it. And then, like, almost immediately, lights go off. I was like, Retribution? But no. Better. The Fiend. The Fiend comes out. And oh, man. Oh, all the lasers and the gas. Oh, they were showing off. They were showing off. Oh, Fiend's entrance within that Thunderdome was flames. Flames. He comes out, he goes face to face with Vince. Vince is like, oh man, it's like do I really gotta deal with this guy? He tries to lead, she moves one way, Fiend moves that one way. He tries to go backwards, Fiend moves, takes a step forward and stuff like that. And then Braun comes out, bro, with a little train in the smoke that actually looked kind of cool too. So Vince vanishes, like Thanos snap vanishes out of nowhere as soon as Braun comes in. He looks at he stares down at the thing, at the lantern, goes in, they go face to face, and then lights flicker, then Retribution come out, and there's a way more of them. There's like 1,000 of them. There's a lot for no reason. They come, they start surrounding the ring. Bray and Braun look at each other. They nod. They start smiling, and then Bray goes, and then the Fiend goes, bye bye. Turn the lights off. Come back up. The Fiend is gone. I was like, wow, he really just, my man just was like that. Just did the Tommaso Ciampa on him and then left. That's hilarious. And then Retribution comes in and they all gang up on Braun Strowman. They beat him up. And then the locker room come out. And then they beat the locker room, like the first wave of the locker room. And then way more come out. And then it was a little bit more even, but the baby faces got the better of it. Like everybody was out there. I'm gonna say Kofi Kingston, Big E, the Uso, Gable, uh, King Corbin, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy. All of them were out there. Sheamus, Heavy Machinery, they were all out there and stuff like that. So I think Gable tried to like help him out. No, Drew Gulak tried to help Braun out while he was doing it. Braun got mad. He pushed Gulak and he like clotheslined Jay Uso and left the ring. Everybody was like, "What in the world is going on?" Come back from commercial. Sheamus and Big E yelling at each other, all up in each other's face. They have a match. They were supposed to have it later, but they just had it then. It's a pretty good match. It was really physical. Really, really physical. It was kneeing each other in the face and throwing elbows and stuff like that. It was like an unofficial lumberjack match a little bit. So it was a good match, but towards the end, of course, King Corbin has to get involved because he was shouting at Chad Gable the whole time. Matt Riddle, because Matt Riddle was he was on the side, he was watching, and then King Corbin attacked Matt Riddle. Was like, "Oh yeah, see that's how it's done." And then Matt Riddle went to attack Corbin, and then they start brawling. Everybody gets involved. Sheamus gets distracted for some reason because he could have just broke kicked my boy, and then it would have been over. But he gets distracted. He's like, "Hey, what are you fellas doing out there, fella?" Started kicking like the whole crowd. Biggie rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Surprise pin. Biggie is your winner. Sheamus is not a happy camper, and I wouldn't be either. So that whole segment, the whole shebang, I'm gonna give a B plus. Vince opening the show is always good to see Vince, no matter how old and crazy he is. Um, Fiend coming out with a special light, the special thing, nice. Retribution, they got their fixin'. Oh, I also wanted to mention this part too, because this is actually really important. When the whole SmackDown locker was like beating up Retribution, when Retribution fled, they were all leaving. Miz comes like 20 minutes later, like, oh hey guys, yep, I'm here guys, I'm here. So there's a little thing that the Miz might actually be part of Retribution. He could be like the one of the leaders of Retribution, like the leader of Retribution, and that would be fire. That would be fire, fire. If he led Retribution, fire. That'd be a great idea because nobody really cares about Miz. Like he's good, but like he hasn't been really. He's been floundering like lately, so that'd be nice. So yeah, B plus. That actually was a really funny part. The Retribution, they got their fix in. They're one and done. You don't see them no more. Um, the match itself was good. Big E wins because Big E deserves all the titles. All right, so then after that, um, you talk about the main event, which is Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles for Intercontinental Championship. But Jeff Hardy is like injured. He wants like a knee brace or something like that. I think he got clipped and he don't know what happened. He didn't see who did it. It's probably one of the Retribution people from um, from earlier. Uh, then tag team match: Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Lucha House Party. Big Swole Kalisto was out there to cheer him on. This was a solid match. Cesaro's like, oh my gosh, Cesaro's so good. Like every time he was in the ring with Grand Metalik and I'm gonna say Dorado. Oh, beautiful. Uh, Towards the end of the match though, Grand Metalik almost like killed himself. He went did his over the top rope, which was clean. You know, he normally like jumps over the top rope, hits a Hurricanrana on somebody. He did that, but he kind of missed Cesaro. Like I don't know if he didn't get enough hang time or Cesaro just wasn't in position. I don't know what happened, but like he completely missed Cesaro, and it looked really nasty, and I felt really bad. Cesaro, like a true champ, you know, still sold for him. Like, cause he got enough of them. It's not like he like just fell on the floor. Like he clipped enough of them for Cesaro to be nice enough to sell for him and stuff. But he fell on the floor. Lindsay was in the ring with Nakamura. He was getting upper hand. Cesaro tagged himself in, and they did Cesaro and Lindsay did this nice back and forth thing with like Okada rolls and victory rolls and reverses and like that. So Cesaro does like a swing, and Lindsay like abs crunched herself up to like do like a roll into like another roll. It was for two, and then like he tried to do like it two to do it again. It was like a tumble roll, and Cesaro pinned him for three. It was actually really smooth. I don't really know what to call it, but that thing was smooth. Um, After that, Kalisto got mad. I was like, "Oh, Kalisto about to turn heel." He was like, "What are you? Are you kidding me?" Boom! Ripped off his jacket thing. He's going there. He's yelling at Lindsay Dorado. He's like, "Yo, what is going on? You out here losing?" He's like, "You know who I am? Former NXT tag team champion, man. United States champion two times, two times. Former cruiserweight champion. You out here losing? Bendejo? No bueno." Like I was paraphrasing. That's what it sounded like he was saying. And they were getting in the shouting match. Poor Grandma Lake was trying to get in, all limped in. He was trying to hold him back. So we don't know. That might be the end of Lucha House Party, or maybe Kalisto. I don't know. Kalisto's like, I'm swollen now. I'll take all y'all on. Yeah, Jeff Hardy still needs knee brace. They did a thing where Nikki Cross was talking about Alexa Bliss, how she changed and stuff like that. How she talked to her Tuesday and she looked very different. She didn't seem the same. She wasn't the bubbly Alexa Bliss. So she's gonna change because the Fiend changed her. Stuff like that. Um, yeah. There was a Mandy Rose had a promo. She was talking about that she didn't really want to have a match with Sonya Deville. Like she wants the good in her, like her best friend. Like she just wants to sit down with some tea. Like Tegan Knox like wants to sit down with Candice LeRae for some tea. I guess that's the thing. Everybody wants to sit down for tea. She just wants to sit down and talk with Sonya. She doesn't want to have this match. She's like, it's not worth it. So then later on, Sonya Deville goes, uh, yeah, of course. Oh, well, first, uh, Mackenzie, I think it is, asked her, she's like, hey, yeah, so Mandy talked to you, wants to hear what you want to say about talking. She's like, of course she does. She's like, what I have to say to her, I'll say to her in the ring. And then Dana Brooke comes, and she was like, yeah. So, what happened to you? I'm really sorry that happened to you. Sonya Deville goes like, nothing I can't handle, and just slaps the smoke Jesus out of Dana Brooke. Dana was like, yo, what in the world gotten into her? I was like, damn. She goes out. She pretty much, she's so good. I love Sonya Deville so much. She pretty much was like, of course, this is what you would do. Of course, you don't want to fight because you know that I would beat you. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Me and you are eventually gonna fight. And she was like, you know what, this hair versus hair. I don't care if I'm bald. I look good bald, and I am pretty sure she would. Sonya Deville be looking good with a haircut. She was like, you know what? I forget this hair versus hair stuff. Let's up the ante. Me and you street fight. No DQ, falls count anywhere. Me versus you. And the winner leaves the WWE. She said, I'm tired of looking at your face and I'd rather be bald and shaven and not see your face than have to deal with you. So I don't know if this match is going to be so whoever loses not only has their hair shaven and also leaves WWE, or if they just took the hair versus hair match part out of it and it's just whoever loses leaves WWE forever and ever. I don't know, but that's great stuff. I give that A minus. Sonya Deville is the greatest. I love her so much. I'll give the whole segment an A minus. Mandy Rose did good, but Sonya Deville's on another level of greatness, and I love her. And I have predictions for later on about Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose and stuff like that. Uh, they go back again about Jeff Hardy's leg. He's talking about he wants a knee brace and needs knee brace and stuff like that. They cut back to Michael Cole and Corey Graves, and they're just pretty much like, yeah, we think that we don't know what happened to Jeff's ankle, so maybe whatever happened probably during this retribution thing. Talked about, and they went back to it, and they went back. They saw Jeff Hardy, and they saw that AJ Styles just like clipped the shit out of Jeff Hardy's leg, and he just like his whole leg just buckled. I was like, damn. And it was like, oh, so that's what happens. AJ Styles is a snake, and it's hilarious. We like those. Um, and then AJ Styles come, he's all happy, and I think Mackenzie again. I think Mackenzie was throughout the whole thing. She's like, hey, we just saw what happened. Do you want to explain? He was like, hey, now it ain't my fault that Ret- that Jeff Hardy's out there. He got to keep his head on the swivel. He out here looking like all the retribution. I was just playing my part, and just because he couldn't, that's not my problem. Paraphrasing. And then he turns and it pans out. It was like, hey, champions! And there's Sasha and Becky. It was like all the gold. They was all clapping bells. It's like, yeah, we got all the gold. We're the best, and stuff like that. It's like, I'll see you guys later. And then Corey Graves is doing an interview with Sasha Bailey at the ring. Corey Graves is a whole mess. He was like, first question is like, hey, I got a first question I gotta ask. Do you two plan on splitting up? They were like, no. He was like, oh, all right, okay. Like the second question, and he talked about asking him about who's coming out first. He was like, hey, it seems like you wanted to Bailey wanted to go out first to soften it up for for your friend. Like Bailey was like, hey, that was just me going first. It was just a suggestion. I didn't really want to go first. I was just saying that I would go first, but either one of us could go first to soften her. And then Sasha Banks was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" She's like, "Are you doing this again, like you did before? Like you trying to switch it up so I face her first? Is that what you're trying to do? You trying to manipulate me like you did?" Because she always used to do that, but like they never acknowledged it. So the fact that they actually acknowledged it was actually pretty good. So Corey Graves is like, starts like, "Hey, is there a little the tension I see of you guys a little?" And it was like, no, ding dong, hello, champions. We're the best tag team. We're the best of friends. And ain't nobody wanna mess us up. We're gonna be best friends and champions forever. Paraphrasing. Then Naomi comes out and she was like, hey, I want both of you at the same time. Let's make it happen. And then Corey Graves was like, hey, I have an idea. How about you do a beat the clock challenge, and whoever can beat Naomi the quickest goes last in their match with uh, Asuka at SummerSlam. I was like, Corey Graves could be a champ. I mean, could be GM, and I'd be okay with it. So first up is Sasha versus Naomi. It was about 3 minutes. They get a couple good stuff in. Sasha wins with the bank statement. It was like 3 minutes and 36 seconds or something like that. She taps out to the bank statement, and then immediately Bailey gets in. Immediately, boom, she kicks her in the face. Instantly, bell rings. She's attacking her. She's suplexes and running diving clotheslines. She's popping off really, really urgent, and you can see Sasha holding the belt. She's like, no, 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 no. Uh, but at the end, Bailey goes for another knee, misses it, hits a nice looking rear view. We haven't seen a rear view in a minute, and Bailey sold the hell out of that rear view. And you can look at the side at Sasha. As soon as she hit the rear view, she was elated. And she pins her 1, 2, 3. Oh, Sasha is the happiest person in the world. She's like, yes, yes, Naomi, team bad. That's my girl. She's like, yes, yes. She was in here. She was over there. She was doing the dance. She's like, yeah, She goes in the ring and she was like, oh my god, man. So Bailey, what's going on? And she looked at Naomi. She's like, girl. So that was hilarious. She's trying to coddle her and stuff like that. And then oh, during this match too, because like the crowd was a little iffy during this whole thing. During Naomi's entrance, and when Asuka came out was like literally the only two times that you can really like you heard that the crowd was actually reacting to them. Like Naomi and it seems like Naomi and Oscar are like probably one of the two favorites because Oscar, like you heard Oscar, everybody was clapping for Oscar and like cheering, like you actually hear it. And there was a lot of cheers for Naomi when she got out too. But Oscar comes out and she was like, "Hey, nobody is ready for Oscar, and at SummerSlam I'm gonna be uh, all the Oscars, Oscar all belts, something like that." And then Sasha got mad. She gets mad. She goes in the ring and she Asuka ducks, kicks her straight in the head. She runs in there, boom, running knee on Bailey, stomps her out. She runs out. Bailey runs. She runs towards the ramp and then she runs back. She gets her SmackDown Women's Championship and her tag title. Runs right past Asuka. Runs right past Sasha like she didn't even know her. Asuka's in there dancing. It was all good stuff. I'm gonna give this a B. I'm gonna give it a B. The matches were short, but Naomi gets one dub, Sasha gets one dub. The dissension is getting close, and they're gonna split up. I got some predictions coming up for that. It's main event time. I think they did like a package with Braun and yeah. Well, it's not main event time. I take it back. It's almost main event time. Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. AJ Styles comes out. My boy Jeff Hardy's limping and all of this stuff. Um, this was just basically AJ Styles working over um, the knee. He exposes the knee. He stomps on it. Calf crushers. Jeff Hardy once tried to go for a whisper in the wind, and his leg buckled and he fell. Um, AJ Styles tried to do a phenomenal forearm. He reverses it. He tries to hit twist of fate. Wasn't working. Ended the match. AJ Styles goes for I think he was trying to go for a Styles clash, but Jeff like reversed it and he kind of kneed him on the with the brace, like kneed him in the face with the brace. Hit a twist of fate. Goes up top. Swanton bomb. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new Intercontinental Champion Jeff Hardy. Okay, brother Nero. They're like, hey Jeff, don't go to AEW. Here's Intercontinental Championship. So he wins Intercontinental Championship. 5 time, 5 time, 5 time, 5 time, 5 time. Intercontinental Champion. I think Mackenzie is in the ring. Asked him, hey, you're Intercontinental. How's it feel? He was like, yeah, I did it for the WWE Universe. I love you. It's been a long road. I battle my demons. And then his music plays, and they just cut him off like the Oscars. I was like, oh, that's foul. You was gonna do my boy like that? He was like, and then leaves. I was like, oh, that's foul. That's foul. And then the main event segment, Firefly Funhouse. I kind of went to the bathroom a little bit for that. I tried to because I really had to use the bathroom. I came back up and I just saw that Huskus the pig had a get these hooves shirt, and I just want one. I guess they were reenacting Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. The squirrel was Alexa, and they were just like, "Oh, how much I love you," and all of that stuff. And they were about to kiss, and Bray Wyatt was like, "Cut!" I was like, "Oh my god!" He was like, "Oh, sorry, we were just in a moment a little bit." And Bray gets mad. He tells him to get out. Um, so Bray was just pretty much talking about at SummerSlam Fiend's gonna emerge victorious, and he stops. He's like, "Hey, what took you so long?" And then Braun attacks him, starts beating him up. They come back from commercial. They're Michael Cole and Corey Graves for some reason is just talking for a little bit before going back instead of just going immediately backstage. But whatever. So they go backstage. They're brawling. Braun Strowman gets the upper hand. He's about to chokeslam Bray. Everybody's like, "Oh, don't do it, don't do it." He's like, "Ha ha ha ha." Boom, chokeslams him off the top onto the concrete. He leaves. Everybody looks down. Bray looks dead. Ambulance come unprofessionally to lift him. He brings him in the ambulance. Tries to drive it away. It stops. Everybody was like, "What's going on?" It starts to back up. The lights turn from blue to red. Come back. Fiend standing there with his tongue out. I don't know why he's doing his tongue out. He did that earlier in the Vince McMahon segment. He was like, all right, relax. Um, I'm gonna give the match itself a B plus. It was good, but I mean it could have been better. Jeff Hardy winning was surprising, but the match itself was really good. The end segment, uh, B minus, I guess. It was decent. Um, Bray needs to stop sticking his tongue out. That's weird. All in all, though, I'm gonna give the SmackDown a. I'm gonna give it a B. Yeah, I'll give it a B. It was a good show. Go home show. The stuff in the Thunderdome, the lights and the lasers. That was all good stuff. There was a lot of good match. There was a good match. Super Swole Kalisto is about to beat up everybody and do a singles run. The main event was solid. Sonya Deville is the greatest. The whole segment with the women, great. So all in all, a good show. So let me know what you guys thought, and I'll be back with some predictions.